kaya ako nagtrabaho ng nagsipag talaga ako kasi hindi ako graduate eh. So I had to drop out from college to help my mom kasi namatay father ko already. I had to help my mom. So I had to drop out from college to work at Wendy's. Tapos nung naging full time ako sa Wendy's, nakita ko lahat ng paligid ko pa nag-graduate. So I just told myself, I have to work harder just to make up for my deficiency, which is not having a diploma. So I think that was the challenge, and that's why I'm probably here today, because I worked harder because I had a handicap. Yun pala, doon ko na-appreciate ko yun, lahat ng tao na may handicap. At magagaling pala talaga yung mga tao may handicap. You just have to know what your handicap is and make sure you don't fret or you don't word yun na parang you don't pity yourself, you're not discouraged because of your disability or your handicap. You actually, it will force you to work harder, like how it did for you. So because of that, syempre wish ko maging graduate, no? Until there was an opportunity for me to now I'm not a college graduate, but I have a master's degree in entrepreneurship. I went to Harvard also.
Yes, Harvard degree.
So, and then I'm going to take my doctorate on I'm enrolling in Asian Institute of Management where I'm on a board of trustee. And I'm a resident entrepreneur of Asian Institute of Management. So I'm taking my doctorate in business administration there. Doon ko na-realize, may dalawa palang klaseng doctorate. May doctorate na hindi totoong doctorate, yung parang thesis lang. So may doctorate talaga na, talagang doctorate na it's a new, you're proposing something new. That's the real doctorate pala. Eh dapat ito, bigyan ng honorary doctorate sa tax. Diba? Ako, boboto, I will nominate you for that. So yun, sipag lang talaga. Tapos I mentioned kanina, yung focus ka lang. During my being at the helm of Potato Corner, all I did was Potato Corner, here and out. Nothing else. Ang daming opportunities to do this side business, ang daming opportunities to do something else. But my focus was just Potato Corner period. And if you take care of that one thing, you'll arrive at somewhere. Pero maganda yung multitasking ng negosyo. Pero walang you'll end up with nothing at the end. But if you focus on one thing, you'll end up somewhere talaga. That's why I'm attracted to what he's doing, his advocacy, because it's just one thing. He keeps on talking about one thing. Keeps on talking about tax. Diba? So parang in a way, I can see myself also in him. So, that's why I like to support whatever Mo is doing. I'm happy for you and your partners. I like to champion SMEs. Actually, I like to champion more micro. Kasi parating micro, sinasama sa MSME. Sinasama mo parating doon eh. Yung micro, layo sa small eh. Small is already something different na. But micro is the one that's very delicate pa eh. Parang infant yung micro eh. Dapat i-separate yung micro actually, and somebody should take care of that. Somebody should speak for micro eh. And I like doing that for the micros. So I support. A lot of what I earn goes to micros. In fact, 50% of what I get always goes to micros. And I never expect that money back anymore. We always take care of franchisees. During the Asian economic crisis, before the Asian, when we started Potato Corner, we take care of franchisees. Di ba you mentioned, we make sure that the net income margin of our franchisees are always good. We protect that, and that's our mission, to make sure that we negotiate with our suppliers well, make sure the business does very well for our franchisees to make money. Because of all that caring, before the Asian financial crisis, before COVID, nung nagkaroon ng crisis, nung Asian financial crisis, nung COVID, you know what happened? Nag-reverse it. Because our franchisees took care of us naman. Kung hindi dahil sa franchise namin, who kept their stores open in spite of nalulugi pa sila, open pa rin sila kasi gusto nila tumulong sa mga tao nila. Kami kumita kasi we're supplying them. So they took care of us. So when you're taking care of your partners, again, your wife, your husband, your boyfriend, alam mo, pag may problema ka, they'll take care of you. Nothing said, there's no contract that they'll take care of us, they just did. So we survived COVID. We made a profit during COVID. Hardly any food business made a profit during COVID. Not even Jollibee, not even McDonald's made money. But we took over it because our franchises took care of us. So partnership is very important to me. That's why all my businesses are with partners. Partner ko yan. Siga yan, partner ko yan. Pinagmamalaki yun, partner ko si Mark, diba? Lahat ng partner ko, pinagmamalaki ko. Pinagmamalaki ko na may partner ako.
Si Jollibee, sir.
Yes, but because in my culture, in what I do, in the company also, we're always very flexible. Idol ko si Bruce Lee, eh. You know, you go where, ano ni Bruce Lee,
Flow like the water?
Flow like the water. So, McDonald's, di ba sabi niya, ito yung brand, ito yung specs ng fries, ito yung blah blah blah, ito yung specifics, this is all we'll get. Pag naubos yun, hindi na pwede McDonald's, very stiff. That's normally US franchise brands are doing. But Tomato is very flexible. We've been flexible since the day we opened in terms of we franchise, in terms of product development. So during nagkaroon ng crisis ng supply, logistics crisis, ang dami mong klaseng fries dyan eh. But we're not affected. It was difficult to get fries, but if you're not as stringy as McDonald's or Jollibee in the quality and the time, there's always fries to get, which we're very flexible with, in our supply chain and our flexibility. So sometimes every week we change our tactical plans. Not like in many other large corporations, di ba? They set a budget, they set a plan for the next year, 6 months. Hindi pwedeng galawin yan, di ba? Natatakot sila sa mga boss na eh. Because I'm very hands-on. Sometimes we change tactical plans every week. So ngayon, gagayahin yung potato corner. I don't mind competition. In fact, there's so many people are following flavored French fries. But every time they follow us, iba na yung ginagawa namin. So it's useless to keep on following us. We keep on changing the plan.
Especially the entrepreneurs, the CEOs who have been facing a lot of challenges, not just during pandemic, but because of a lot of political and policy changes every year. One thing is for sure, in this conference, we will be able to look at the same problem but in a different perspective, and that we will see a lot of potentials or solutions that maybe we have overlooked just because we have our political biases, or we have been so frustrated with a lot of things that has been happening. So we'll be hearing it from the authorities and experts from international organizations. We have invited from the World Bank, International Monetary Fund, ADB, UN, OECD, and of course from our local, the Philippine government, Senator William Chalem will be there, and representative from the Department of Budget and Management will also be there, and a lot of business sector representatives from the various chambers will be part of the panel, and it will be hosted by Mr. Rico Hison. And I'm also very happy because our former Vice President will be there to witness the launch of our latest book, Reimagining the World Without Corruption. And just a brief overview of the book, it is not about the Marcoses, but it is about the world where an innocent child can dream and realize the truth. That he or she will not be judged, or he or she will not be afraid to make mistakes, because it's really free for everyone to do whatever their heart wants. And hopefully that world will also be fair and just. Na hindi natin kailangan maging kilala at makapangyarihan para matupad yung pangarap natin o para makapagsimula tayo ng negosyo. And that world will be possible if all of us will work together and do our role. So in that book, I discussed the 3P framework of governance. We all heard about good governance. We'll be hearing about global governance during the conference, but I will be reintroducing personal governance. At the end of the day, it's easy to point fingers and blame other people for the mishaps or mistakes that we see around us. But it's hard to actually prepare that when it's our time, that when we are faced with that dilemma, we will be ready to make the right decision. That we will not cross the line, or that we will not keep a blind eye or run away so that a corruption can be stopped or prevented. So hopefully we will all be part of this new world, a world without corruption. And I'm very happy kasi former VP Nelly was with me in Harvard for a month when she was appointed as House leader. And politics aside, she's just a good person. And we need a lot of good person, not just in government, but in our lives. Ang sarap mabuhay na may mga partners na mapagkakatiwalaan, may mga kaibigan na maaasahan at makukwentuhan mo ng mga kilig at inis sa buhay. Diba? Kasi hindi naman lahat may pest control para alisin ang mga peste. But hopefully after the conference, we will have more hope and inspiration to move forward. Sabi nga, ang politika, lahat siya nilipas. Ang mga personalidad mapapalitan. Pero ang Pilipinas, hindi mababago at aalis. Iisang bansa natin. So we have to work on that together and keep loving the Philippines. So maraming salamat po. Again, thank you very much for coming. Thank you to our, he's our chairman and CEO at the Asian Consulting Group. Napaka-bait, allowing me to study in Harvard and allowing me to stay in the US for another year. So I'll be leaving next week. I'm just here just to launch the book and host the conference. But more details soon. And partner.
Huwag ka mamigay ng franchise, ha?
Well, my message is, kayo lahat, kung mga friends niyo, may tax issues, you need advice on tax, call ACG. And take care of your tax credit. And then, of course, an opportunity for all of you. If you want to be my partner, you talk to me, look for locations for our sites, you can become partners.
Maraming